Hi, this is David Renegar. We're here with David Harris, the owner of Fitness Wave Mobile Testing Laboratory today. We're going to do a little bit of testing.
What we do is we do fitness testing. We do 3 different tests. The main test we do is the hydrostatic body fat test. That's the most accurate method for measuring body composition. It's known as the gold standard. It's the method to which all other methods compare themselves to when they're determining their accuracy. So what's involved with that is we just get the client's weight underwater. We compare that to their weight out of water, and that gives us, after we run it through some equations that we have, that gives us what their body fat percentage is. And we also, along with that, give a 7-page report that's got a lot of information in it that's useful for reaching fitness goals, as well as tracking what's going on while you're going through your exercise program. We also do metabolism testing, where we determine resting metabolic rate, how many calories you burn at rest. We'll also give calorie burns for just your everyday activity as well as exercise, so we can determine how many calories you're going to burn throughout the day and help you figure out what you need to be taking in to reach your weight loss goals. We also do what's known as VO2 testing, or cardiovascular fitness testing, where we see how well your body uses oxygen during exercise. This also gives us heart rate training zones, aerobic threshold, anaerobic threshold, how many calories per hour you burn at different heart rate levels, so we get a lot of information out of that report too. So combine all of this together and we can give you a good overall picture of where you're at fitness-wise and help you determine what you need to do to reach whatever your goals are.
Right, sounds good. Now, with some of our clients would use the Skindex or skin fold measurements,
yes,
and a lot of clubs just use the little handheld
yes,
body fat analyzer. Why is underwater hydrostatic weighing, why is it more accurate?
Well, if you think about it, with the skin fold calipers and with the handhelds, you're only measuring a certain part of the body. Like with the skin folds, depending on which test you do, you're measuring 3, 5, maybe 9 sites, and then you're trying to estimate what's going on with the rest of the body. And same with the handheld, it's sending an electrical current through the hands and then trying to estimate how much body fat there is in the rest of the body. Well, with hydrostatic, since you're going completely underwater with the whole body, we're measuring the whole body, so we get the full picture of what's going on as far as body composition goes. So that's what makes it accurate.
So body fat's the only thing that floats.
Exactly.
Now, what we see with the calipers is that they can't, for a person that's a bit out of shape,
yes,
it's not going to count for any visceral fat.
Right.
We know the older people get, the more out of shape they
right.
get. It's not just below the skin.
Right.
Also, the more overweight people get,
right,
the bigger their skin folds get, and we can only pinch so much, so we're not getting accurate test sites.
Exactly. That's what happens with methods like that, is the more extreme you get to one end or the other, the less accurate they become. They're the most accurate for the most normal people, and
right,
the ones that you're really trying to get a true figure on, then that's where the margin of error starts getting higher.
And we see too with the handheld, like if I ran the handheld right now, it would calm it about 17 to 18%.
Right.
Just because we see, and so anybody in the gym that's actually lifting weights and has a little bit more muscle than the average person, it ends up counting a lot of that as body fat.
Yes, I've seen that myself. I had a client down in Winchester, and he was doing a handheld, and it was showing him at 24% body fat, and I was looking at him going, there's absolutely no way you're at 24%. Got him in the water, yeah, he comes in at 12%.
Right.
So,
I think so. Yeah, a lot of gyms use those. I mean, those are kind of a cheap way.
It's a cheap, easy way to get it done, and if you're doing it under the exact same conditions every time, yeah, you can get a relative measure, meaning you should be showing improvement as far as from test to test, if you do it under the exact same conditions. But how many people would do it under the exact same conditions every time? So it can really be
and
we
can't fudge these numbers and say, oh, maybe you gained more muscle, or maybe we're going to come up with an accurate number. So I should probably come back maybe 30 days, come visit you again.
We generally recommend 8 to 12 weeks in between testings.
Okay.
Now, if somebody's, obviously if you've got somebody who's very fit, or is a bodybuilder or an endurance athlete who's really trying to monitor it down to a minute point, yes, we do it every 4 to 6 weeks.
I was considering just for maybe like 30 days, because it would hold me accountable.
Yes.
If I go ahead and
There
set
is that
another-
factor, you know, when you can set an appointment or set a date out there that you know you've got to get it tested.
If I go ahead and
Yes,
pay
it does.
you,
Exactly.
set a date,
It gets that
put that in my
accountability
calendar.
factor. Absolutely. When you know you've got to get in the water again, it makes a huge difference.
Okay, great. So now, how can my clients get a hold of you if they want to do testing? Where are you located?
There's a couple of ways. Obviously, we have the mobile lab, and you can go to our website at fitnesswavetn.com and see where the mobile lab's going to be. But I also have an office in the Cool Springs area. If anyone knows where D1 Sports Training is, it's located on their campus. It's near the Cool Springs Galleria Mall. My number is 931-815-9283, and I can pretty much be reached all day at that number. And that's the two best ways to get hold of me.
Great, sounds good. Okay, so
You ready to get at it?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it. No problem.